Welcome back to every NES game. This time we're going to be looking at Cybernoid, the fighting machine.
So this is a weird take on like a shooter platformer sort of thing. You hold the jump button or whatever to like float up. So movement is mostly based on floating up or floating down by not pressing anything. Those bubbles and other projectiles can hurt you, and the only way to stop that, maybe, is with that low bubble, but if you die, you lose it. So that thing isn't circling us anymore. But you have to be just a little bit precise to get into those holes. Hide from the projectiles, then make your way through. You're attacked by missiles as well. Come on, We have a bunch of lives, but you lose them pretty immediately. One hit per life. Trying to figure out exactly how we should go about getting through this. Obviously, we should go through the middle of these two objects. Try to get through the gap and below them. But the way I'm doing it here doesn't seem to be working so well. Yeah, I'll do just that. Purple hair face person. One of the biggest problems is that both the movement of the enemies and where they spawn in, at least for these type of enemies, is kind of far too random. So you can't actually predict where they'll be. So it's kind of just luck whether you get hit or not sometimes. I'm not sure what those drops do other than give you points. I guess the other one gave me bombs. Extra bombs at least. But I lost it by dying. I mean, it says bombs, but they're clearly missiles. Like that. You destroy the large green plant, shooting out bubbles. Some of these things can be destroyed by missiles. Some of them can't. You kind of have to guess. Ah, goddamn. The missile spawning can also be a bit random, so you can just die. Also, this is not the most elegant piece of music I've heard in a game. But we at least made it through the gap. And through that area somehow. But this has two gaps, and it's a bit harder to get through. You have to float up there. Carefully. Staying right in the middle of this little section, you do end up too far to the left or right while on it. The little platform will hit you and you'll die. And that power-up lets us shoot behind us at the same time. And we lost it. And game over again because the enemies just keep appearing randomly. That is easily the biggest problem. Like, it is actually kind of unfair because of that. Because sometimes you'll just die because the game said so. Which is not exactly good game design. It's a perfect example. Like, where the enemy moves and where it spawns in is entirely random. Or at least it seems to be. And it hit you right when you're at the edge of the screen, which is just, that is really unfair. Okay, that's also annoying because you could see the platform thing ran into my gun, but suddenly then it doesn't count as hitting my guy, but sometimes when it touches, like, when an enemy touches less of my sprite, then it decides I'm dead. Anyway, there's another one of these sections, but this one's far more annoying to deal with, because you also have these little guys running along the walls. They're another thing in our way, trying to get through this. I don't know, like, I think with slightly better controls, and with less of the random enemy appearances, this could be something kind of interesting, but as is, I'm not sure I'd really recommend it.